Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays, and what we're used to is that huge Thanksgiving spread with 6 or 7 sides, that giant turkey, but that's a lot of food, and it might be too much food this year if you're celebrating with 2 or if you're celebrating with your immediate family, which is a bit smaller.
Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays, and what we're used to is that huge Thanksgiving spread with 6 or 7 sides, that giant turkey. But that's a lot of food, and it might be too much food this year if you're celebrating with 2, or if you're celebrating with your immediate family, which is a bit smaller. Yeah, so this is, so she has some really long sentences. Not good, actually. It's better to have shorter sentences, but she has good rhythm. Her rhythm was okay, so it's not so bad to follow. But again, the sentences are pretty long, and the last one is really long. And what were very strong were pronunciation, perfect pronunciation we're, but she absolutely says were. Thanksgiving spread, yeah. So we need a determiner, spread, that huge Thanksgiving spread. Yeah, this is a really nice expression. I really like this phrase, and yeah, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Immediate family. Your immediate family. What is an immediate family? We'll talk about that tomorrow, which is, we don't need a comma because there's actually no subject here, so which is a bit smaller. Yeah, a lot of people put commas right here, but it's only 2 parts, so we don't really need that. So punctuation was confusing. How is her pronunciation? No problem. It's not perfectly clear, but it's no problem. And again, I would change a bit of the structure. I'm guessing she's probably completely new to reporting is my guess, so in time she'll get better and better. But let's go back here. Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays. Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays. And what we're used to, remember, we are, were. And what we're used to, these sounds go together. Get out of there. Whoops. And what we're used to, is that, and these THs are going to get pretty weak here, is that huge Thanksgiving spread. This is our noun. It's not a verb, it's a noun. Is that huge Thanksgiving spread with 6 or 7 sides. Yeah, we'll talk about that tomorrow with 6 or 7 sides. That giant turkey, yeah. Here's a question, especially for people in the U.S., but anyway, do you bake a turkey? Have you baked a turkey? In America, Thanksgiving, we usually bake a turkey. And if you're baking a turkey, how many pounds? How big is your turkey this year? Did you buy your turkey? You should. Yeah, you need to buy the turkey. Right now, they have a good price. I think I paid 89 cents a pound for a turkey, so I'm pretty happy with that. Got a big one. We'll talk about that. So if you have a turkey or if you're eating a turkey or the last turkey you had, how big was it? Kilograms or pounds? That's how we measure turkeys. But that's a lot of food. Put the F's together there. And it might be too much food this year. So I'm trying to give you a little bit of rhythm here. And it might be too much food this year if you're celebrating with 2. Who celebrates with 2? No. Or if you're celebrating with your immediate family. Okay? Or if you're celebrating with your immediate family. This is typical. And again, we'll talk about this tomorrow. When I was a kid, when I was young, it was never the immediate family. Never. It was never 2. Anyway, the immediate family, which is a bit smaller. Which is a bit smaller than 2? No. She's talking about tradition. And we'll talk about that tomorrow. So a little bit of confusion here, but not too bad. You ready? 2 times. Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays for everybody. Come on, it's a Thursday day off, Friday day off, Saturday, Sunday day off, lots of food. And what we're used to, we, assuming her family, and what we, my family, and I are used to is that huge Thanksgiving spread. Yeah. With 6 or 7 side dishes, that giant turkey, that's right. And let's look at this picture here. So this is a Thanksgiving spread. And the idea is right here in the center, there's the turkey. And then spread out on the table are many other dishes, okay? So personally, we will have a turkey. We will have Brussels sprouts. No yams. Is that stuffing? It's really ugly stuffing. That's asparagus. No asparagus. We're not going to have cranberry jam. We're not going to have bread. We'll have gravy. I don't know what that is. So this is not a good-looking spread to me. Next week when we make our Thanksgiving dinner, I will be sure to take a photo of our spread. I can tell you right now, we'll have a big turkey. We'll have mashed potatoes. We'll have Brussels sprouts. We'll have carrots. I hope we have green beans. Wife, what else are we going to have? Pumpkin pie, gravy. Hopefully, scalloped corn. Yeah, that's delicious. Anything else? I'm sure there'll be cranberry bread. Yeah. Yeah. Whipped cream for the pumpkin pie. That might be about it. That's all. Yeah. So I don't know how many that was, but carrots. We need to have some sautéed carrots. It's going to be delicious. And like I said, my wife is a champion. She will cook all of this food for us, which basically means for me and her. Mikey will eat a little bit. Jimmy, probably none. Mikey's first food was turkey. He liked it. So hopefully he'll eat some. And yeah, there will be lots of leftovers. It's a big turkey. The turkey that we're cooking is a 20-pound turkey. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I will be eating turkey until Christmas. Yeah, there's no question. There will be lots left over, and that's fine with me. It's once a year. Once a year. Sometimes we'll have another turkey on Christmas. This year, I think we're going to have ham, which would be much easier for my wife because with turkey, there are many, many side dishes. But with ham, it's much simpler, fewer side dishes. So that's good. But ham is more expensive. Yeah, I got my turkey for 89 cents a pound. 89 cents a pound. It's incredible. Anyway. So that's going to be our Thanksgiving spread. You've got the main dish, and then spread out on the table, you've got all these other dishes. That's the idea. I'm so excited. It's going to be great. Okay, so where was I? Spread. There we go. Thanksgiving spread with 6 or 7 side dishes, that giant turkey. But that's a lot of food, and it might be too much food this year if you're celebrating with 2, or if you're celebrating with your immediate family, which is a bit smaller. So once again, last year was 15 people. But this year, maybe just you and your wife or your husband, just 2. Right? Like my wife and I. Once again, Mikey, he's not going to eat much. Jimmy's not going to eat anything. So it's just 2 people, but still all that food, yes. Or if you're celebrating with just your immediate family. And your immediate family means mom, dad, children. That's it. So mom, dad could be 80 years old, and the children would be, 60, 50 years old. But that's it. Just the 4 or whatever. The immediate family is mom, dad, and children. No grandparents, no grandchildren. That's the immediate family. The family that, and usually when we say immediate family, it could include grandchildren. It could include grandparents, especially if they live together, then yes. So immediate family, the family in that household, okay? Or mom, dad, and the children. That's kind of a double idea of what immediate family means. typically 4. The average family would be 4.
Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays, and what we're used to is that huge Thanksgiving spread with 6 or 7 sides, that giant turkey, but that's a lot of food, and it might be too much food this year if you're celebrating with 2 or if you're celebrating with your immediate family, which is a bit smaller. Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays, and what we're used to is that huge Thanksgiving spread with 6 or 7 sides, that giant turkey, but that's a lot of food, and it might be too much food this year if you're celebrating with 2 or if you're celebrating with your immediate family, which is a bit smaller.